Okay, so today we'll discuss about the dialogue. That means it's just simple editorial content. It's just simple editor. If you want to take the input from the user, then that CQ dialog is the way to go. Here you see, if I'm clicking here in a config, so this dialog is opening. This is nothing but your CQ dialog. See, so I'll give you one example. If you want to take the input from the user, like first name and the second name, see, if you want to take like a number 1, like 10, and number 2, 20, and you want to addition of these two things, okay, and you want to store the result somewhere, or you want to show this result to the user, how we can do that? Okay, so AEM provides one way. If you want to take the user, so if you want to take the input from the user, then we have this editor. Yeah, so whatever you are returning, this will store in your crxd somewhere. So before that, now here you see, okay, so this is the thing. This is called as the edit config, and here when I click here, this dialog will open. So from where the dialog is coming, so here you see, this is nothing but our hello world component. Just go simply there, and okay, this is hello world component. Yeah, this one is our hello world component. Okay, so I'm just maximizing, and here we have one option, that is CQ dialog. So when I'm clicking here, it has lot of options. Okay, it has lot of nodes, and by using that, that option is coming, this CQ dialog is coming. Okay, so if I'm clicking here config, and this dialog is opening. So now I'm deleting this. Now what it will happen, just delete it, save the save the content, come here and just try to refresh it. Okay, now just do one thing, just try to click here. You are not able to click here. Why? Because of you don't have the CQ dialog. Yeah, so if you don't have CQ dialog, so it won't open. See, so it's opening like directly a container. See, main container, layout container, inside that we have a lot of component. These are the sub component is present in your layout container. See, so if I want to click here, I'm not able to click it. So for that, if you want to click here, you have to create the CQ dialog. So just come here, right, and create it. What we have to create the node, and the type of this node is unstructured, and we have to name it like that CQ dialog only. Okay, if you haven't name it like a CQ dialog, then it will not treat as a CQ dialog. Okay, so you have to write a CQ dialog first. Just save the content, save the node, come here and just try to refresh it. Yeah, so here you see, if I this time if I try, then it came, but if I'm clicking here, it's not saying anything, it's not showing anything. Why? Because of we just given the name of the CQ dialog, but we haven't given the properties. Okay, so just come here and give the properties to this CQ dialog. Okay, when I expand this one, see, here we just created the CQ dialog, but these things will not treating. Yeah, some of the things is treating as a CQ dialog, but we haven't 100% given this as a CQ dialog. Okay, so making this normal node into an CQ dialog, we have to add one property, that is sling resource type. See, the dialog, all the property is already created, all the stuff for this CQ dialog, it's already created. We just simply need to use it. So how we can use? So it's present inside your libs. Yeah, out of the CQ dialog, it's present inside your libs. So where it is, just come in your libs. Here we have a CQ. Yeah, CQ is there. GUI have components, components have authoring, and here you see, here somewhere we have a dialog. Just D, yeah, this is the dialog. Okay, so we don't need to be worry about, just copy from here. Yeah, and where you want, just go there. Yeah, so I want inside my CQ dialog, just come here, and here we have to write one property. So what you are doing, you are inheriting the out of the box component in your CQ dialog, in your current dialog. So for that we have to write sling resource type, and when sling colon resource type, okay, and just simply paste it. Remove this libs and the CQ slash and just simply add. When you are adding now, just save it, come here and refresh it again. Yeah, I have refreshed, click config, and this time see that CQ dialog is opening, but the width and the height of the CQ dialog is didn't fix it. So we have to fix the height and the width of the this dialog. Okay, when I try to maximize, it will open in full. Okay, but when I minimize, so it's not taking a proper height and the width. So if you want to give the proper height and the width, they already created the script, you just simply need to use it. Okay, so here you see, come just simply here, and inside that inside this CQ node we have to create another node, that is content. Yeah, once you create the content, so this is just simple your simple content node. Okay, so inside that we don't have anything. So for making, see here, if I'm clicking here, yeah, so now I just want to fix the height and width of this dialog. So how we can do that? So they already written the script somewhere. We have to use this script inside your content. So how we can do that? So for that we have to use this sling resource type, and here we have to change the content. Okay, so how we can change it? So it's stored inside your Granite UI. Okay, so I'll show you now directly. So just come inside your libs, where it is libs, Granite, somewhere that Granite must be present. Yeah, Granite, here it is. After the Granite we have a components. Granite have UI have a component. Yeah, components have Coral, and in this Coral we have a fixed column. See, this is the fixed column is present here, and this is not your component, it's just simple a folder. So that sling will come here in this fixed column. After that it will automatically fetch this fixed column script. Okay, this is the script it will fetch. Okay, it will not fetch this folder. Because of this folder it will fetch this script. So we have to copy, simply come here where it is, yeah, inside this, and instead of here we have to paste it. Just remove this libs and the slash, add, come here and refresh it. Okay, now I'm coming here, configure. See, now we have created the CQ dialog. Okay, so here we don't have a title, so I'll just try to write the title, JCR title. CQ dialog, come here and refresh it. Yeah, here you see, now I have added the title, so that title appears here. So now the thing is, I have created the content and the CQ dialog, but still our CQ dialog is empty. So here, first of all, if this is just simple container, okay, what is this? This is just simple box. Now I want this size. Okay, so I want this box. Okay, so first of all I'm making as a container, and after that inside this container I'm adding the tabs. Okay, so just come here, and here I'm just adding an item first. I'm just creating as a items. I have created. Later that what I created the item. That means this is just one types of container, and inside that we are storing more than one items. Okay, so that's why that all the item I'll store inside this item node. Okay, but the thing is, now I want to create the tabs, like somewhere tabs. That means here we have one tabs. So when I'm clicking this, according to these tabs all the fields will print. Okay, and if I clicking in the second tab, according to that it will print these types of fields. Okay, so I want to create it. So how we can create? So you can just simply name it as a tab first. Yeah, and we knows that all the fields or all the out of the box component is already provided, so we don't need to be write all the stuff manually. You can just simply come here, and here you have to write sling resource type, because of you are inheriting the concepts. Okay, now you are inheriting the out of the box component in your tabs. So for that you have to write this link resource type. Okay, and where this tab is present, so it's present in your granite. So we knows that inside the leaves we have a granite, leaves granite, and granite have UI have components coral, and just simply coral have foundation, and just try to see it here, or tabs, somewhere the tab must be present. See, this is tab is present. So you can just simply copy, come up, come here, and just simply paste it. Remove this leaves and granite and save the content. Yeah, so now whatever now inside this tab, whatever you are creating, this will treat as a tabs. Okay, so it's just giving you the permission as a tab. So whatever you are creating inside this will treat as your tabs. Okay, but maybe this tab is more than one. So for that you can just simply create the items here. Okay, I have created the items. After that you can create the tab. Now I just want student, so here I am adding student. I have added, and see, so see, now this one is our tab, this one is our tab. But the thing is, if I'm clicking in this tabs, so this content is changed. So whatever the content that is present inside your tab, when I'm clicking in some tabs, okay, these types of content will appear. So we have to make this student or this tab as a container. Then when you click somewhere, these types of container will come. Okay, so the thing is, we have to make this student as a container. So we have to use this link resource type, and the container, we knows that this container present inside your granite UI components, coral foundation, and the foundations have a container. Okay, just try to save it. Maybe some spelling mistake will be there. Maybe that null will appear now. Yeah, so yeah, this container is created. That means this is the tab that we have created, but I haven't named it anything, so that's why that null is appearing. So we have to give the name here. So how we can give the name? So for that we have a properties. So you can just simply use field label. After that, which one you want to give the name, like I want to give the student, so you can just simply save it. Student I have give, just refresh it. Okay, again that null is coming. I think we have to refresh from here as well. Field label, nice. I think instead of field label we have to write text. Again that null is coming. Why? I have written container granite your component. Okay, that's nice. Text student. Okay, so we'll do one thing. We'll just see from the out of the box component. Just come here, WCM. We have components, and we have a lot of components here, so you can just simply find out from here. Text we have a CKey dialog, content, items, tabs. This is our tabs. Okay, after that here we have item and the properties. So JCR title they gave. Oh shit, so we have to give the JCR title. I have given the field label and the text. So this is this will see here I given the field label, so this will okay, so we can write this for the components. This is for the field. So whenever you are creating some field inside this tab, for that we can use this field label. Okay, and this text we can use for the checkbox. So we don't need these two things. You can just simply delete it, and instead of that we have to write JCR colon title. Save the content, come here and see. See, that student came. Now inside this student I want some of the fields like related to a student. So how we can add it? So we have to come inside this student and we have to create it. Okay, so now I'm gonna create the student like a name of the student. So how we can create it? So for that you can just simply use the items here. Yeah, we can simply use the item. Why? Because of otherwise we can simply yeah, so we'll do one thing. First of all we'll add the item. Why? Because of we are creating a more than one field, maybe student relation okay, so student informations may be a first name, last name and the roll number and the address details. So we can use the items and inside that we can store our fields. Yeah, so I have created the items, and after the item we'll just simply create the roll number. So right click here, create, and here I am creating a roll number. So roll number must be a number field. So how we can create the number field? So for that, see, yeah, so we have to use a sling resource type for this, sling resource type, and the same thing it will store in your Granite UI components, foundation, Coral and whatever it is. After that we have the forms. Just come here and see, I'll show you. We have a libs have a Granite UI components, Coral and the foundation, and inside this foundation we have a forms and all the field that is present inside your form only. Here you see. So if you want action field, if you want color field, checkbox and date picker and hidden multi-field, that all the stuff, path field as well. So and that password. So what we want now, we want number field. So you can just simply copy this path, just copy it, come above and just where we want, yeah, inside our roll number, just come here and paste it. Now we have to remove this libs and just save it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Now here you see, like here if I'm clicking in this config, what it will open, see, it's opening a number field. So if you want to add the numbers, so this number field is opening, but we haven't give any label, so that's why it's appearing to our tabs. So we have to give the label first. So how we can give? So for that we have to use one property, that is field label. It's a roll number, so we have to add roll number. Save the content, come here and refresh it. Come here. Yeah, so now we have a roll number. Now instead of that I just want to add the one field, that is date of joining. Yeah, and date, that means that it's a date picker. Yeah, and where it will present the same thing, it's present inside your form. That means Granite, we have a UI we have a components, foundations, Coral, and after that we have a form. So where it is, this is the form that we have. What I want a date. So you can just simply take this date picker from here, copy it, come up. Now I want another field, that is date picker. You can just create it, what, date of joining. Okay, so here I have added sling resource type, come here and just simply paste the content. We have to remove this libs and this slash as well, hit enter. After that we have to add field label, date of joining, save it. Yeah, here you see, now this time date of joining is came as well. Okay, so here we have the dates picker, this is the picker. If you want to select, you can select it anything, and if you want to add some numbers, you can add it like a roll number. After that, when you have added this field, where it will store and how it will store. Okay, so now this time it won't store anywhere. Why? Because of we haven't defined the variable. So for storing this value, this field, and as well as this date of joining, these are the field if you want to store. So for that you have to create the variable, and we can create the variable where we can create inside your field. So if you want to create the variable for the roll number, you can simply create inside this properties. We knows that our Adobe works, our CRXD or our AEM works on the properties only in the form of nodes. Yeah, so it will store the data in the form of properties only. Okay, so now I want to define the variable, so I can define the variable by using a name properties. Yeah, just come here, and there is one rule for defining the name. We have to use dot slash. Yeah, and here you can, so I just want to store like uh, this is the roll number, so here I am giving a roll number only. So your data will store inside this roll number now. Okay, so whatever the value you are adding here, that is whatever the number, that number will store inside this roll number. Yeah, and we know that app is just simply a structure. It's providing a structure, that means it's providing this component here, that component is providing, but our actual information, this is our information, where it will store, it will store inside your content folder. So we have to go inside the content, and there we have to see it, is it storing or not. So just I'm just trying to save this content. Now I have saved, come here and refresh it. Where it's content, yeah, this one is our content. Content have our fab batch, and our fab batch inside where which one is our in, this is our website. Okay, this one is our en page, and where is that en page is present, it's present inside your us. Yeah, and us is present in your fab batch, and this fab batch is present in your content. So we have to be go like that. So fab batch have us, and us have the en, and inside the en, okay, inside the en we are using this hello world component. So we have to find out in our jcr content. Yeah, jcr we have a root container, and this container again, and somewhere that hello world component must be present. Yeah, this is the hello world component. So here this time we don't have anything, we have to refresh it once. It's nothing is there. So this is the text, the text is present, only this text is present. Instead of text we don't have anything, but this text we don't want. Yeah, we'll do one thing now. If I'm just demo, language. I'm just trying to see the some components like drop down. Okay, so date of joining, the same thing, we are trying to add the date of joining name here as well. So you just simply dot and slash, and you can simply write the name. Okay, so date of joining. Let's save the content, save it, try to write the informations again. Here this time we don't have anything, select it and just simply save. Once you save, refresh the code, refresh from here as well. If I'm going, that must be there. Yeah, so now it will store. We'll just go there and we'll see. We have a content have our fab batch have US en, and here we have a JCR, a root container, again container, and this time hello world. Okay, so here you see, now here we have a date of joining and the text. Why? Because of see, so whenever you are adding the data, just try to see that data is present here or not. If it is not there, that means it's not stored, it will not create this directory and it will not store inside your hello world. So when you have a data here after the refresh, that means the data is stored inside here as well. Okay, so so how we can define the variable? For defining the variable, we have to define the name. See the same name that I have defined here. Yeah, so after that, just do one thing. This is the text field, this one is our number field, is it? This one is our number field and this one is our date picker. Now I want to store the address detail. So how I can do that? And inside the address, we knows that if I just want to create the address, yeah, so consider this is our address, and you knows that inside the address maybe our full name is there. After that, our address and our actual address, we have to write the zip code, yeah, city and the phone number maybe. Yeah, this is the thing, we have to write it. So I just want this all the stuff inside one container only. So how I can do that? Or if I want all this field I want to store inside one node only, inside one node. So how I can do that? So for that you have to create some multi-field. Multi-field concept is there, and we have to use and we have to create the multi-field. So how we can create? So first thing, just create any node like a address. Yeah, after that just give the sling resource type as a multi-field. Yeah, here we have to use a multi-field, and once you are using you have created a multi-field, and inside that, see, if it is one, then you can directly write like a full name, and you can, if you have a one text field only or some only one field, then you can directly use it. But when you have a more than one, for that we need a container. Yeah, so just create one field as a container, we have to create as a container. Okay, now we got the container, that means we have a container, and then we are ready for storing this information. Why? Because of we have a memory now, we have a container. So I'm just creating the items, and inside the item I'm storing this all the data like full name, address, address to, zip code, city and the phone number. Okay, so let's go and create it. Yeah, so here you have simply right click inside here. Why? Because I just want to create here only. Right click and create the node. Okay, so I am creating a node. Okay, so before that we'll do one thing. I'm just creating a well. And what does it mean by the well? Well is just types of the container it's automatically shrink or the collapse, it's automatically expand and the collapse. Yeah, so that means if you have only see here we have a two field, so one border will generate, one container will generate, and it will take the width and the height accordingly. Yeah, that is nothing but the well. And if this will remove, so it will automatically shrink, we don't need to be take care about the height and the width. So this is nothing but the well. So how we can achieve the well, that I have created the well, but the thing is we have to use the out of the box. This is my customized, and now I am going to create the out of the box. So for that we have to use sling resource type, and later that we know that it will present in our Granite UI. So we have to copy from there, where it's our leaves. Yeah, leaves, we have a Granite UI components, coral foundations, and here we have a well. Okay, so we have to see where it will. Yeah, this is the well. So you just simply copy it, come here and paste it, remove this, add the content. Yeah, now we got the well. Okay, just try to refresh it and see. Yeah, so your well is represented like this. Okay, so now it's only taken the text field. Yeah, it's a take by default it will take these sides, but whatever you are adding inside here, it will automatically expand. Okay, so just come here, well that we have created. Now I'm just giving one field label to this field label. Here I'm adding well, just save the content. Now inside that I'm see, this is the well. Now I want to create more than one field inside there, so we have to create the item first. Just come here, you have created the items. Now what we want a multi-field. Yeah, so how we can create the multi-field? So first of all, just create it. Now here I show you, we have to create this address first. So here I'm giving the name as address, and we have to make this address, this node as a multi-field. So for that we have to take the properties that is multi-field. So how we can use it? By using a sling resource type. Out of the box property is present there, we have to use it. So that is Granite. We know that Granite have UI components, components have coral and the foundations, and these foundations have that coral have the foundations have the well. Okay, it's not a well, we are taking the multi-field, so it will present inside your form multi-field. Okay, so we'll see it's applying or not. See, if see, so you have created the multi-field, and inside the multi-field you haven't created anything, so this CQ dialog will not open. So I'll just try to open the CQ dialog, it's not opening. That means our multi-field is applied. Here you see, if I just try to click here and just to configure it, see this CQ dialog is not opening. That means our multi-field is applied. We why it's not opening? Why? Because of we have to see, you have created the multi-field, but inside the multi-field you haven't created anything, so we have to create first. So here I'm just name it first, field label, and student details. Save the content, we have created the student details, and after that I gonna create more than one field. Okay, inside this, so we have to create the field first, and this field we have to make as a container. Why? Because of we need some storage for storing our fields. Yeah, these types of container we need first. Yeah, so you can just simply just do one thing. Here we have to use sling resource type. Yeah, and how we can make this normal field as a container. So we have the container property that is present out of the box, so we have to use it. So just come here inside your student. Here we uses this field, so you can simply copy, come here and paste it. I have pasted container. Yeah, once you are doing this, now we have to create the field inside here. Guys, am I audible? No, I have created the content multi-field, and inside the multi-field I have created the container. Now inside this container I gonna add more than one field, so for that we have to create the items. Just come here and name it items. Yeah, and after that I'm just creating here one field that is full name. Okay, so and full name we know it's a string, so for that we have to use a text field, and this text field is already created, we just simply need to use it. So just come in your libs. Inside the libs we have a Granite, UI, components, Coral and the foundation, and it has form, and inside form we have a text field. Yeah, this is our text field, so you can just simply copy from here, come here, and we have to add it, sling resource type, and just paste it. We have to remove this libs and this Granite slash, save the content, come here, and we haven't written field label, no, so we have to write field label. After that this is our full name, so just mention it, full label, full name. Come here and now refresh it. So we have written the full name, but where if user enter the data, where it will store. So for that we have to create the variable, so by using the name we can create it. So here I am using a full name. After that I have created the full name. Later we have to create the address. So how we can create? Come, right click, create an address, name it address. The same. Now I just want to give the text field, so you can just simply copy from here, from your full name, resource, copy, come here and just paste it. Yeah, so in the address what we need, this is only for the single line, this text field is only for the single, and if you want to add more than one line, yeah, in your text field, so for that we have to create the text area, and this text area is also present in our form. So see, this is our text area, and if you want to use this text area for the address, you can easily use it. Come here in your address, instead of this we have to paste text area, and we have to remove this Granite and label, save the content. After that we have to write a field label, that is address. After that we have to define name dot slash, and we have to use address. Yeah, this is the thing we have created. Now after that we have to add zip code. Zip code is a number field, so somewhere we have uses the number field, you can just simply copy it from there, come and just simply paste it. After that we have to define the name, and inside the name we have to define only the zip code. Field label, we have created zip code. After that the last, that is phone number. phone number, it's also a number field. Copy and paste it. We have to use name dot slash phone number field label. Yeah, okay, so this all the content that we have created fields. You just come here and just try to refresh it. Here we have this hello world. Come here and configure it. See, so this is nothing, it will represent it as your well. After that, in our multi field we have given this student detail. This is nothing but this is for your multi field, and whenever if you want to recognize the multi field, this add option will there. So when I'm adding, when I'm see, so how it will working. So first of all, we have this well. Inside this well we have this address, and address is nothing but our multi field. Yeah, multi field, that means we have a more than one field. After that, this is the multi field, and for adding more than one field we need one container. So we have created this field. See, this is the container. After that, inside this container we have full name, address, zip code, and the phone number. So when I'm just clicking in this button, that means I'm just opening the container. So if I'm clicking here, see, I have opened the container. So in this container we have this full name, address, and the zip code and the phone number. So this is for the multi field, and you can add more than one. See, so again if I'll try to click here, so again these fields will open, this container will open. So if I'm clicking, that means I'm just opening the container. See, these are nothing but the containers. Just try to remove it. I'm just removing. We have one. Just try to add the information. Surge software solutions, address, this is the thing that I have added. Yeah, so now just try to create it. Refresh from here, come here and refresh it from here as well. So now where it is, yeah, this is the thing. This is our hello world. Just come here and just refresh it. Now here you see, this time in the addresses, that address is stored, phone number, that phone number is stored, zip code, full name. So the thing is, now your data is stored very easily in a properties. Now if you want to take this data in your Java or in your model, you can simply call this phone number, and once you call this phone number you will get this number. When you call these addresses, you will get this address. Okay, so we have to simply call these variables. When you get the variable, you will get the data dynamically. Okay, and that data will change dynamically. Why? Because of we have created one CQ dialog, and inside this CQ dialog user entering. So whatever the user enter, all the stuff will store in your this node, yeah, in the form of property, and you can easily get it. So till now, anyone have